Welcome to In Depth with Academia. I'm Richard Price, CEO of .edu, and I am so glad you're me for another of the fascinating of academic research, always with a friendly mind and a little bit of healthy skepticism too. Today, we're taking an exciting journey through a paper by Annie Wang after Heaven and Earth. The Six Forces of the Eight Trigrams is a topic that takes us right into the rich symbolic universe of classical Chinese thought. So, depending on your background, you might find it, well, totally intriguing or maybe a bit mysterious. Either way, let's dive in. First, it's important to remind you I'm not endorsing the paper or its ideas, just presenting them neutrally so we can all learn and reflect together. Academic research offers insights, not truths. Think of it as an invitation to explore possibilities rather than a rulebook for reality. Okay, so Annie Wang's paper centers on the six forces found within the system of the eight trigrams, a fundamental set in Chinese philosophy, famously connected to the I Ching. The core question of Wang's work is what these six forces, thunder, wind, water, fire, mountain, and lake, really mean, and how do they connect to the rhythms of nature, the human body, families, and honestly just about everything else. Why does this matter? Well, Wang argues that these trigrams offer more than ancient mysticism. They represent a practical framework for understanding everything from personal development to, broader cultural patterns. Let's into the six forces themselves. Each is tied to family roles, body parts, and philosophical symbolism all at once. So first up is Zhen, the thunder trigram. Thunder isn't just noise it's sudden energy, decisive action, start of movement. In the body, it's our feet. It gets us going. The family, it's the eldest son, first to step forward. Imagine waking up in spring to a thunderclap. It's that jolt, the shake that breaks the silence. For I think the takeaway here is new beginnings, the courage to move, and, the value of energy that can cut through. Then comes Zhen, the trigram. Now, this one's subtle, wind is invisible, but it moves the world. Wang Shun to entering, spreading, influence, which in practical terms might remind us how gentle influence or persistent effort can shape lives. Zhen is associated with wood, growth, and the eldest daughter, again symbolizing a leading, penetrating quality. In our bodies, it's the aura legs, carrying and spreading our intentions. Maybe you're thinking about influence your work or relationships. An's lesson is, you don't have to be loud to be powerful. Next up, Can, the water ram. Water flows and ADAP, but also represents depth and danger. Annie Wang notes the visual resonance of its symbol with the Chinese water character. Can is the sun. It with the ears and kidneys. There's a Chinese medicine angle here. For us, maybe it's about how we navigate difficulty, move through challenges, and adaptable. Water finds a way, but it can also, drag you under if you're not careful. Li is the fire trig. Li is about brightness, clarity, the power to see, but fire always needs something to attach. In the body, it's the eyes. In family, it's the middle daughter. Fire gives us, cooks our food, makes civilization possible, but it also burns and separates. So here's an insight for daily. Pursue clarity, but remember, like fire can help, or on you use it. Zhen the Mountain Trigram stands for Ness, boundaries, and Wang associates this with hands. Making boundaries, stopping, finding rest. Zhen the youngest son. The lesson here, sometimes honestly, we got press pause, build boundaries, and allow ourselves time to recover or reflect. Oh, mountains always make me want to go hiking, but then I remember haven't been hiking in ages. Maya's collecting dust. Anyone else have gear they never use? Anyway, finally, Dewey, Lake Trigram. This one's about joy, pleasure, speech. It's mouth, laughter, the youngest daughter, calm, gathered water, not dangerous-like, but pleasant, open, expressive. It makes me think, maybe we to make more space for joy, for laughter, for, just by a lake and watching the world go by. So, what does all this mean for you? This paper suggests that these trigrams are not just ancient curiosities, they're ways to see patterns in your own life, to notice when to shake things, to use gentle influence, when to reflect, when to gather and celebrate. And remember, these aren't scientific laws, they're perspectives, tools, and metaphors to try out and see what fits. That's all for today's look at After Heaven and Earth by Wang. I've loved exploring these symbols with you and presenting themily as ideas to investigate for yourself, not as absolute truth. Thanks for joining me on Depth with Academia. If found intriguing, maybe the universe is telling you it's time for a little thunder, a stroll in wind. See you next time.